Okay, the end of day one in Spain.
I'm so tired.
I'm so tired too. I really thought our jet lag wouldn't be so bad. And I don't think it really is, but about 5 o'clock it just hit me.
Yeah,
I'm done.
me too.
I'm done.
And it's a lot of work to think in Spanish.
Yeah, you did a lot of talking in Spanish.
I did.
I did a lot of listening in Spanish, and I thought it was a lot of work listening.
And I was doing both.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah. So what did we do today?
We got a rental car.
Mm-hmm. That was fun because I got to leave Amy in the hotel room and take a taxi back to the airport and to get the rental car all by myself.
And he did it.
It was awesome.
And then he made it back.
And then I made it back. That was the miracle.
And breakfast was so incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like the breakfast in this hotel, they had probably at least 50 different things you could eat.
Yeah, it was huge. Biggest hotel breakfast I've ever seen.
So yummy. Oh, it was so good.
It was really yummy, really yummy. They had all sorts of breads and fruits, and they had cereals and
pastries
and tortilla de patata, and
the churros weren't very good.
yeah, the churros were gross.
But everything else we ate was good. And real juice.
Peach juice. That's what I had for breakfast this morning.
And I had pineapple juice. It was so
And they had cured bacon. So it wasn't cooked, it was cured. And I really liked that. I could have more and more of that.
And just lots of yummy stuff. If we had had more time, I could have sat there and ate for like 2 hours. Maybe not, but but it was really good.
And then we drove to San Fernando.
San Fernando.
And San Fernando's really close to the coast and the countryside. Driving through the Spanish countryside was really pretty on our way there.
Parts of it look a lot like the Phoenix Valley, and that's interesting because I didn't know that while I was on my mission. But other parts, not so much.
When we got to San Fernando, a lot of the buildings were white. You could tell a lot of the buildings were white. And we ended up going to the church building. It was really nice.
Really nice steak center.
Steak center, yeah, really nice. And we were just slightly late because we were having a hard time finding it. But then walked in and got some good seats and sit and listened, and that's where our brain started hurting, was listening. Mine at least.
Yes, it was kind of hard. We met the missionaries that are serving in Jerez and were able to talk to them a little bit. So that was really good. And hopefully we'll have some contact info to give them for about some people. And noticed the bishop, Paco Juncal. He was the bishop when I was in Jerez, and went up to him and talked to him. And he didn't remember me. I didn't think he would, but we were still able to have a good conversation, and saw his son, who now has teenage kids, and he'd come home from his mission while I was in Jerez. And saw a couple other people that I recognized but didn't know well. Saw Maite Begoni's son. Maite passed away 3 years ago, but I was able to talk to her son. He was a little boy when I was serving as a missionary. Now he's a math professor.
And he was really cool. I liked him a lot.
He was awesome. And then there was another lady that I had known in Granada, but I saw her and her husband and some of her family, and went up to her afterward, and she turned around, and right when she looked at me, she was like, she knew who I was.
Hermana.
And it took her a second because it was such a surprise for her, but her family now lives in Cadiz, and tomorrow we're going to be out there, and she invited us to come over for dinner, or for mediodía at 2:30. So we're going to try to find her house.
That's
and
exciting.
Meet with her tomorrow.
That's going to be awesome.
It will be.
She was really, really kind.
Yeah, she's
really
super
nice.
amazing.
Really nice. And then after that, we talked with quite a few people in there. It was really fun to watch Amy's eyes light up when she recognized somebody. And then on the way home, on the way back to Jerez, as we're driving, I saw flamingos. There's flamingos all over the place, everywhere. Like real,
all the marshlands.
not zoo flamingos, not flamingos brought in. They just live there. It was awesome. I love that.
I know you did.
I love that.
Yeah, they were all over the place.
Then we got back to Jerez and we went where?
We went to Nani and Israel's house, and it was fun because we went up, once we finally found their apartment building, we went up to the door and it had the doorbell thing where you can't even open the apartment door until they let you in, and we got to call on the intercom and go in, and the old elevator go up to their floor, and anyway, it was wonderful to see them. And Nani thought that all our kids were coming with us too, so she was ready to feed our 3 kids too.
Enough food for everybody.
Yeah, so we felt kind of bad about that, but she was okay. And
we all had big enough portions to cover it.
Yeah, we told her we would too. But we had lentejas and salad, ensalada con atún, which is salad with tuna, and we had chicken, like thin slices of fried chicken, and yummy bread, and just talked and
great
talked and talked.
Conversation.
Mm-hmm.
She really opened up to Amy about her life and testimony and struggles and
things that I didn't know while I was a missionary, but
so we think we can
makes
really help her
sense.
knowing now. It was good. And then after that we tried to find our way back to the hotel and got lost because the GPS stopped working. And so we found our way back to the airport and got a new GPS, and then finally
all
got
the
home.
places we were driving around were cool and all, but I wasn't familiar with them, and they were some of them were kind of sketchy areas.
So Amy saw more of Jerez today than she saw in 7 months of serving here.
Because I
Which is
learned
kinda
that
cool.
the sisters served in the nicest area.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the
so
whole
true.
area was nice. I didn't know.
Yeah, and that's so true. It's way nice. So that's kind of cool. And then we finally made it back to the hotel and
and we're exhausted.
called the kids. Now we're time to go to sleep.
We're so tired.
Yep. Anyway, day 1 was great. Day 2's coming.
So excited.
We'll tell you what's happening when we wake up. Ciao.
Ciao.